My name is Bob Coughlin. I'm President and CEO of MassBio, and welcome and good morning to the 2015 MassBio Policy Leadership Breakfast. We truly appreciate all of you being here today, as it looked like the entire universe just did not want this to happen. Mother Nature, Super Bowls, this, that, and the other, whatever, we're making it happen, and all of you in this room today are champions for making it here. So thank you for that. A big round of applause for all of you. You know, we want to thank you for your extra effort to rearrange your schedules to join us at this opportunity to discuss state, federal, and local issues that impact the biotechnology and life science industries. And as you all know, there's a lot going on. I'd like to welcome all of the MassBio member companies represented here today. We appreciate your commitment to engaging in this very important discussion, which will help shape the future of the industry as the healthcare landscape evolves. I'd also like, so a big round of applause for all our member companies here. Thank you. You know, I'd also like to welcome our guests from the state legislature and other government offices, and we're excited to see such a great committed group of you here today. And I just want to go through and personally I recognize some of the reps. We have Representative Jeffrey Roy, Representative Ann Margaret Ferrante, Representative Paul McMurtry, Representative Claire Cronin, Rep. Joe McGonigal, Rep. Mark Cusack, and Rep. Jay Kaufman. How about a big round of applause for all you guys getting out here today? We truly appreciate it. We also have representative from Jay Barrow's office. Am I missing any of the rep offices here? Oh, no, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But anyone else? And also, I think it's real important that we recognize, and this is something that when I served in the legislature, I realized that it was so important to have a wonderful staff. And the staffers are the ones that do the research and get, I don't want to say all of the work, but most of the work done. So how about a big round of applause for all the staff members that work in the State House and in the legislature as well. You know, I'd also like to recognize some former elected officials. I'd like to recognize former Senate President Therese Murray, who was a champion for the industry and patients throughout her time in office. And Senator Murray has recently moved on, but she will be a familiar face in the industry as she works on international economic development initiatives in the life sciences through MassIgnite. We also have some other former reps that are still working in the healthcare space, and I think that's real exciting. My classmate and former colleague, Steve Walsh, who's the president of the Mass Council of Community Hospitals, is here. Thank you, Steve. We also have Kyle Sortino from the AIDS Action Committee. We have Billy Cass from the Suffolk Group, and Kevin O'Sullivan from the Massachusetts Biomedical Initiatives. Big round of applause for him. And also Tim O'Leary. Tim's from the Mass Association of Mental Health. You know, and my name's Bob. I'm a former elected official, too, from MassBio. I'm going to chair that caucus, folks. But it's great to see people leave elected office and then work in this space. And I think a lot of us really gained a lot of the respect for the industry and the importance of the industry and ultimately what the benefit is for the patient population by our service in government. So that's just awesome. So it's great to see all you guys. I also want to finally recognize our partners at Bio and our friends from the Mass Life Science Center. I see Sue Wyndham-Bannister is on her way, and Katie Joyce is here. We have Bay Bio, New York Bio, Nehi, and I see John Irwin from the Conference of Boston Teaching Hospitals. The conversation on value and innovation is a national one, and we only can succeed if we do that with all of our industry partners and national partners, and our collective voice will be loud. So thank you so much for all of you for coming. I want to thank our sponsors for the event. Whose event, you know, their support makes this possible. You only have to sponsor one of them. We'll give you a credit for last Wednesdays if you're participating in today's. So thank you to Amgen, Biogenitic, Cubis, DMD Serono, Genzyme, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, Synovian, and Fisher Scientific. Also, big round of applause. I'd be a moron if I didn't thank my bosses, so I'd like to recognize the members of the MassBio Board of Directors who have joined us today, the most wonderful board in North America, if not the entire world. I want to thank our chairman, Glenn Batchelder, and Laurie Bartlett-Keating, Scott Gillis, Bill McDermott, Alice Pomponio, Karen Arnstein, and Mark Luchtenberger. So all you board members up front, thank you very much for all the work that you do. I know the pay isn't great, and we couldn't do it without you, so thank you very much. All right, so if there's anyone in the room we haven't recognized yet, clap for yourselves, because I think we got the whole room covered, ladies and gentlemen. All right. By many measures, the Massachusetts life sciences industry is riding high. Venture capital investment in Massachusetts life sciences rose to a record high of more than $1.2 billion in 2014. We saw our highest number of IPOs last year, and we're continuing to see activity in the public markets. Biopharma industry employment has reached an all-time high, and our job growth in biotech research and medical devices outpaces every other cluster in the country. On an NIH funding per capita basis, Massachusetts continues to receive twice as much as any other state. Every global biopharma organization has established a presence here in the Commonwealth, and we continue to see innovative new companies start up in that space, and that's very important. But this wave of success brings with it risk. We hear more and more from our early stage companies that the funding landscape is increasingly a case of the haves and have-nots. That investment is being channeled towards companies further down the pipeline and not in the earliest stage, which, while risky, actually fuels our ecosystem. We know the conversation on reforming healthcare at both the national and state levels does not come without risk of stifling innovation, and the competition's getting tougher, not just around the United States, but increasingly in international markets where governments are committing billions of dollars to attract industry. And most importantly, there are billions of patients worldwide who wait for the treatments and cures being researched right here in Massachusetts. We cannot sit back and take stock of our success. Now more than ever, it's important we are engaging with policymakers and regulators to shape smart public policy to ensure the industry's strength for decades to come.